The number one key thing that is happening in the market is the impersonation of real estate agents. They even have the CEA card.
Actually, you know one way that they can check if it's you?
Yeah.
You just need to hear the engine.
Yeah.
When they put the viewing, like, hey, that sound doesn't sound like a Lambo. I don't think it's Matt.
Or they need to check the hair.
All the hair. Matt Lam, and the number one property agent in PropNex's. This guy does everything.
The scams went one step ahead and further. They actually threaten the agent or agent's friends. If you report us, then your friends will all be implicated and impersonated as well. Even if you call the police can't really do anything.
And there are some horror stories I've heard from tenants here. Like people just destroy the whole place and leave before.
Yes, I'm just dealing with one night now. They destroyed the place and leave. And
leave country.
Yeah.
Matt Lam's hair isn't styled. It ascends naturally due to market optimism. Matt Lam's hair isn't just tall, it has its own postal code.
There was many hate about my hair, no?
But now it's an icon.
Now it's my icon, I know, but I'm just very afraid that one day I'll go bald and then after that I don't have this icon.
Oh,
yeah.
You know what that means?
This is the hairspray I'm using.
No, that means you need to get in our car.
Yeah, that's
Hi guys, this is Joshua from Renly Stories, and today we have an honorable guest speaker here today called Matt Lam, and the number one property agent in PropNex's.
So good to have everyone here, and thank you Renly for this session. Of course, good to see you as always. Alright, so yeah, a little bit more about myself. I've been in the industry for about 16 years already. Started very young while I was doing electrical engineering in NUS, and then I was a realtor at the same time in year one of my NUS life as well. So been doing this all the way until now. I have a team of about 1,800 people, and of course many top producers, many millionaires were produced from our side of things.
So you're talking about 1,800 agents, right? Yeah. How did you lead at this scale, and how do you still stay grounded after so many years?
Yeah, I think it's all about staying relevant in the market today also, because I think there is a new form of leadership in real estate. Last time we used to have the leadership where there is a very strong figurehead on top, but he doesn't really do much of the sales. But I realized that actually on the ground right now, we really need to stay relevant so that we can connect with our own agents and all. Because sometimes we have initiatives that we want them to do, but the number one key question that they always ask is, so, bro, or Mr. Leader or mentor, hey, you got do or not? If you never do, how sure are you that this thing actually works? All right. So I think with this new form of leadership, it really creates a lot more relevance. But most importantly, is keeping ourselves sharp on our toes to make sure that we deliver the right thought process and the right application to our members. Yeah. So that's why I keep up with my own personal sales as well while leading the team. I think that's the number one key thing to leading a big team in today's market, is how can we automate our business, create more initiatives for our people, but most importantly, ourselves staying relevant to make sure that we pass them the consumer thought process so that they can also align with the consumers effectively, but most importantly, empower them productively as well.
Completely agree. That's very true. And on the note of relevance, how do you think that content creation, because I know you're very big on content creation, right? Yeah. How do you think content creation and social media have changed the game for, let's say, property agents or yourself?
Actually, I hate content creation a lot. A lot of effort, and actually for me, I'm quite an introverted character myself. But because of being introvert also, we do what is necessary, all right, and of what the job requires us to do lah. So in a way, that's why I push myself, and also it's also to set a good example for our people, because if we don't lead by example, they also won't do one. All right. So, but of course, coming back to content creation, I think it has changed the scene a lot for real estate agents. Now, real estate agents no longer just sell. They no longer just empower and do presentations. They have to be actors themselves. They have to learn how to emote, but most importantly, connect through social media. Alright, so I do TikToks, I do YouTube, alright, I do my normal Instagram. So each social media will have its identity of its own. I'm very clear what I want to show the world outside. Like I say, introvert, so we'll do what is necessary. Alright, and then efficient. Yeah. And then YouTube itself is of course more of the educational side of things, the more empowerment part, where I actually showcase my depth. Alright, how deep it is that I analyze, and most importantly, how I look at property and the certain frameworks and structures that we employ. TikTok will be, of course, more real, more genuine, where I showcase a different side of myself, where you really get to know me as a person, and of course, we joke and we be candid about things lah. Yeah. And then of course Instagram is always the lifestyle aspect of things long. Facebook wise, we will have a different part where we showcase the awards, the credentials, and a bit of our own opinions. But generally, I segregate each one into each respective category.
Oh, that's very meticulous.
Yeah,
because
so
each social media has a benefit towards your direction of your how you want to project yourself.
It's correct, and depending on how people want to know more about me, they can go to the different mediums to really get in touch with me in a different aspect of my character or different traits.
Yeah. So guys, wait, hold on. If you want to know Matt Lam, right, and holistically, right, follow him on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, everything.
And YouTube, right.
We'll put it in the bio later for you.
Yes, correct.
Make sure you follow, so you get to know the true Matt Lam, man.
Yeah, so I think in the industry, I think it has revolutionized and evolved a lot. I think agents, they have to get in touch because it establishes brand authority, right? It establishes that kind of, sometimes people just don't want to sit down and know you because they themselves are shy, right? They want to know the person better and like what shit they are getting into, right? Or what, who are they really meeting? So sometimes having that branding there, especially across the board on the different mediums, can actually help facilitate this process effectively. So like I got a few of my co-leads and everything that they dare not meet me at first, but after going through a bit of my YouTube, a bit of my Instagram or whatever it is, different medium that they want to know about, they will reach out to me as well. So I think it has evolved over time for a lot of the agents on the ground. And it's good to see that because it creates a lot more dynamism in the industry rather than just the plain old buy, sell, rent or sit down for consultation, presentation. You get to see a lot of interesting stuff that people try to carve out their own identity, and they actually have a self-discovery process along the way, and you can actually see that journey throughout their Instagram, YouTube evolution as well.
Awesome, man. I agree. Talking about, let's say, pain points right now for current agents, right? So what is it that is the biggest pain point for, let's say, a rental agent in today's market? Because I understand that currently the market, is it a bit soft?
Yeah,
it's a bit, right?
Yeah, we are always it's a bit soft, and we are always subjected to, like all markets, the demand and supply of things. So
June, July kind of period.
Correct. But of course, July is of course the financial year of certain companies as well, and that's where we see expats coming in. But generally, when it comes to rental, right, it is always on the expatriates that serves and that forms the majority of the demand. I mean, locals, they have HDBs to stay in, and with the BTOs, small supply of BTOs coming out, generally locals don't really rent that often as well. All right, but of course we see younger chaps or younger people, all right, they are coming out to cover life on their own, they would generally rent. But majority of the demand actually comes from the expatriates themselves. So yeah, recent pain points, yeah, you get a bit of like the usual pain points of rental where supply is low, maybe government, and then of course government is controlling a bit of the demand through the expatriates and the usual handyman stuff and all the nitty gritty stuff about tenancies. That's the most pain point lah, right? Yeah, I do about 100 rental transactions a year, so yeah, we kind of know all the pain points.
So for guys who say that Matt Lam doesn't do rental, don't be wrong, man. This guy does everything.
Yeah, because I started my real estate career using rental. I served a lot of tenants last time. Yeah, I do wish that Rently was existing 10 years ago or 15 years ago. Yeah, it would have made my life a lot easier, but honestly, yeah.
Okay, so what do you think, right, sets a good rental agent apart from others in a crowded and like very competitive market?
Yeah, I think being very meticulous, which sometimes I'm guilty of, all right, but depending on who you serve, all right. I think also landlord and tenant, if you're serving landlords, then of course how you protect the interests of your landlord, but it's also about not blatant protection. All right, I see many agents, they blatantly protect the party they serve, but actually we are here to manage 3 to 4 parties of emotion. All right, the idea is not to give your landlord problem. The idea is also not to give your own self as an agent problem depending on the parties that you serve. Why do I say that? Sometimes blatant protection, all right, ends up what happened. You blatantly protect either one of the parties, the demands become higher and higher. All right, and end up actually it becomes a strain on the relationship. But actually what you're supposed to be doing as an agent is to make sure the harmony of all the relationships. I mean, landlord has a good tenant, landlord doesn't need to care too much about the tenant as well. Tenant pays on time, settles his own repairs, so on and so forth. Everybody is harmonious. The agents get a good time as well. But the idea about rental is landlords also get a bit of pain as well, because sometimes the tenant don't pay on time, or there's too many nitty-gritty stuff that the tenant is very fussy about that requires the landlord's attention. Hey, it's a property transaction. Everybody should be harmonious based on the different parties together. So everything is about a balance. And yes, and it's up to the agents and the respective parties to maintain this balance across. right? Sometimes maybe the landlords or tenant may not like what I'm saying right now, but the thing is this, you own the property. Standing on a landlord point of view, what you want is positive energy in the unit. If you are renting it out and either party is being very fussy about or particular about certain things, the energy of it is also quite negative. Is that what you want to be?
Nobody wants to be
down?
part of a negative energy.
Correct.
Right?
Is that really what you want to
affiliate.
be bogged down with also? Yeah.
Okay, fair enough, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, is it okay we go through a little bit of, because you hear about recent rental scam incidents, right?
Yeah.
Is it okay maybe you share with us something you heard, or is there an issue that came up from rental scams in your current team?
Yeah, I do, and I hear a lot. I deal with it quite often. And of course, I think the number one key thing that is happening in the market is the impersonation of real estate agents. I think I'm not the first one to mention about this. And of course, they do it so professionally. They even have the CEA card, all right, and then they even have the name card, and they would even do live videos to showcase that they are the actual person, but actually they took the video of certain content that we create and put online. So I got a bit of that last time as well. All right, one or two impersonated myself as well, and then they tried. But of course, the tenants were savvy enough to check in with me because I mean our numbers as agents is all over the registry as well as Property Guru. So tenants can reach in quicker to check whether is it the real person that is connecting with them.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Actually, you know one way that they can check if it's you?
Yeah.
You just need to hear the engine.
Yeah.
When they put the viewing, right, hey, that sound doesn't sound like a Lambo. I don't think it's bad.
Or they need to check the hair.
All the hair.
As long as it's the hair, then well, maybe they get the right person.
Then you know already.
Yeah.
Fair enough, man.
Yeah.
If you ever are in, let's say, in scares of rental scams and so forth, always make sure you can check ACAS. Right?
ACAS for the identity, all right, to make sure, and of course meet the person in real life.
Definitely.
Do not ever just place a deposit
Right.
whenever you just see the unit based on the video. I mean, back then when there was a lot lesser supply, the demand was really high. Everybody was fighting over a rental unit, and that is where the scams actually could come out.
Yeah,
Alright, because when the demand is high, you are really afraid that you can't get the unit. Everybody was snatching for it. People just place deposits even before looking at it. Alright, my biggest suggestion is, of course, go and take a look at the unit, verify the person standing in front of you is really the person that you contacted. Sometimes maybe because the agent is busy, they may have sent their partners down. Verify the partner as well, and maybe if you could just like give a quick video call to the agent that you connected with, you will be able to verify the identity as well. Right? So I think there's like one or two more scenarios where actually the scams went one step ahead and further, all right, which was actually the agents themselves got into hot soup as well, where they actually threatened the agent or agent's friends or other agents' friends of this agent that says that if you don't report, if you report us, then your friends will all be implicated and impersonated as well. Oof. Yeah, and then of course they tried to like they tried to like use this as a hostage situation and demand a certain amount of money as well. Alright, so but this one was what I heard on the ground, but I don't know whether is it true or not lah. But I think agents ourselves should be vigilant as well, lor.
Definitely, man. Thank you for saying about that.
Yeah.
Okay, talking about your agents as well, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever had to, let's say, call out bad behavior in your own agent group before?
Yeah, definitely. Especially if it affects the dynamics of the team as well. I mean, for me, everybody here, we are in a team. I mean, we are all adults as well. I mean, you make your own life choices, you bear with your own consequences. All right, but of course, if you are starting to affect the things that I built or the team dynamics, then definitely I would have to call out. All right, but of course not to publicly humiliate you. Never meant for that. It is of course to have a learning journey together to avoid such mistakes or bad behavior. But of course, is there a way where we can find the middle ground to solve it? Why are you coming out with this bad behavior? Is there certain reasons to that? All right, and of course from there, can we actually solve the problem that you are having or potentially have? Then we can see how else we can, because I believe everybody is here to make happy money together, and you being a part of me means that you want to do well. All right, so there must be some form of reason why, and we are not here to humiliate you, but just more about to understand and how can we make sure we go in a certain life direction or character trait that will ensure your success. That's my whole idea. It's out of good intent for your own benefit ultimately, because I'm here to change lives, that's all.
I agree, man. Thank you. You heard that, guys. If you ever have an issue, don't worry, Matt will not scold you. He will just maybe lecture you for 30 minutes and then are you back on track.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay, talking about red flags, right? Yes. Are there any warning signs or red flags that you teach your agents to look out for when it comes to, let's say, listings? Like, is that like maybe, oh, don't take that listing? Will you ever say that?
No, actually I would never say that. I mean, every listing can sell in Singapore or rent in Singapore, but it's most importantly how we can, of course, pricing is an issue, all right, but of course how we can improve the listing condition, or how can we provide solutions or suggestions to the owners, all right, how we can improve the sellability or rentability of the unit. Of course, we do see like certain red flags, like if it's right beside a construction, or maybe the unit layout is not so ideal, then we will of course provide solution to see how else can we improve it, and of course who are the target audience. Sometimes when it comes to selling or renting, we need to be selling to the right people and renting to the right people as well. So we need to of course holistically look at all these things to make sure we highlight what are the negatives or the red flags. From there we provide a solution, or we try our best to at least mitigate it a little bit. Some things are fixed, like there are certain micro attributes that it is what it is.
Like the sun.
Like the sun. I can't change the sun.
Yeah. Maybe you put blinds.
Correct. Or like the roads. I can't change the roads and make the road disappear. Right.
Yeah. Maybe the lender cannot change it.
Correct. Or maybe so we can go zip track. We can suggest to owners invest in zip track. It does help with the resellability of the unit, so on and so forth.
Basically, at the end of the day, what you're saying is every unit can sell. Just need to find the right agent.
Yes,
and
correct.
The agent can be found
the right solution.
And you can find 1,800 of them and advise you.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, very awesome, man. Yes. I love that, man.
Right now, if you go and look at the URA numbers, the completion was the most in 2024 and 25. Meaning to say, all the units come out together. So no longer the tenants really need to rush to go and find a place already. They slowly go and take their time to see. Then the scams really dropped a lot lah, because they themselves. But I'm not saying that the impersonation has stopped. It's still continuing. But like I said, it's more about the tenant, how they can stay vigilant, and the agents working together lor.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I got a few, like one or two of my agents, like they have listings in Jadescape. All right, they were impersonated. The guy went down, the tenant went down and even saw a person there, but he failed to actually verify the person whether is it the same agent.
How did you go to the unit?
Yeah, so surprisingly, the guy had access to a unit. So probably the so-called they actually probably have inventory of their own. They rent units themselves. Then after that, they rent the unit themselves. Finish ready, they put this unit that they rented online. And then they just keep finding subtenants or so-called subtenants. And then the tenants take the bait because maybe they see it as being too cheap. Okay. Right? So I think that's another thing that you can take note about the pricing. Anything, there is no free lunch in the world. Yeah, right? And anything that is too cheap, right, it's also something that you might need to be wary about. And then, so because it's too cheap, people will say that, wow, so cheap, I better get it. And they work on this emotion and pressure tactics, because they will probably say that because it's so cheap, there are many other tenants wanting it. And from there, please faster transfer the deposit. There will be one or two that will take the bait. And ultimately, that was exactly what my agents faced lah. All right, one or two of their tenants, one of them took the bait. In the end, it was actually impersonating my agent. The tenant, that the victim actually called my agent up and questioned my agent, like, why did you bluff me or cheat me, when actually my agent had no clue. All right, but the key thing to take note is this: even if you call the police can't really do anything. They only can file the record. After, of course, the other intrinsics I'm not going to comment lah. But other than that, I think it's still up to the general collective effort, all right, of everybody, all right, the vigilance of everybody to make sure that this gets weeded out.
What's something you wish the public better understood about your job as a property agent? You know, what are some of the stereotypes that you wish to address to the camera?
They think that we make a lot of money. Right, when actually what you see is only the success and the glory. Alright, but that's what social media is all about, right?
It is.
Alright, of course we show you vlog every day, we travel up and down 10 times, travel to 10 different locations. You're not going to find that exciting. Alright, I show you, I go and talk to the client scold me, you're not gonna find that very exciting. Right? But you find things exciting that, wow, you see us closing the deal, getting the award, but yet you hate on us about that. Right? So actually it's social media. Yeah, it's social media. It's always two sides of the coin, right? So one thing that I really feel that people don't know about us is our business cost is very high. Right? Everybody will always calculate and say, where got high, you earn $1 million. Yeah, probably 30% goes into marketing costs. Another 20% goes into taxes. Basically, another 10% goes into the company. Basically, you're 40% or 50% down already. All right, but yet you think, yeah, of course we make it a little bit better than the rest. But don't forget, we also lose on the welfare. We have no public holidays. We have no MCs. When we are sick, we just clutch it out and we go. All right, of course with the safety precautions in place. All right, we kena scolded, kena gan. Also tiok one, you know. All right, and then we work long hours. All right, you can call it a day at, let's say you start work at maybe 8. You wake up at 7, you end the day at 6. Your time is yours after 6. We don't have our time, you know. Our time is people's time, other people's time. So these are things that a lot of people, like, they don't see when we do real estate. They only see the glory. They only see the success, but they fail to realize how much empowerment we need to do. I mean, I can show you the way I text my clients and empower them, how much convincing, how much empowerment, how much data, how much different angles that we have to come up with to help the client
make the best decision.
Yeah, make the best decision is one thing, but realize the opportunities in the market today. And we cannot just tell them straight in the face, because that will be looking like we are hard selling them.
Yeah.
All right, but more importantly, it's a journey together to help them realize through an alignment. And that's the part that many people don't see. All right, because if everybody is so easy, everybody is a millionaire out there, you know. Right, but it's not so easy, definitely.
Another thing also is nobody actually wants to work with a broke agent, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. But I think life is changing now, right? Perspectives is changing now. Yeah, now they would say that, oh, wow, must be like Robin Hood mentality, you know, right? So, but I always got this key question: if I don't drive what I drive today, and I bring you this offer, versus maybe another person who rides a bicycle here, and then the hard truth.
A bit different.
Yeah.
If you're trying to sell a GCB, it's a bit tough if you are riding a bicycle.
Yeah,
a bit tough.
Hard to say.
Maybe it can be done.
Yeah, maybe the group or the people that's looking in this audience will say a different thing. All right, but the key question to ask is, who do you want to sell your place lah? All right, they can always say, oh, you drive a nice car or a supercar, why you are earning too much. But then again, if I ride a bicycle here today, will you dare to accept the offer? Questionable,
Questionable, you never know.
Humans are always humans,
Human nature lah.
Yeah.
Impression matters.
Impression matters also. People will say that, wow, Matt, you howl in and talk like that. But actually, it's the cold hard truth.
No, like you're real lah. I appreciate how real you are.
Yeah. You dress the part, you work the part. People believe lah.
Hold yourself well, do your job well.
Correct.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Another question is, you started off, you mentioned that you started off in rentals.
Yes.
So what made you start off as a rental agent?
Okay, so what made me start off as a rental agent was very clear. I was young, 21 years old. Like I said, I was in NUS doing real estate at the same time. I lack knowledge. You must understand, back then, of course, real estate wasn't so savvy or wasn't so information overloaded. So there was no such trainings, no such frameworks and structures. We were basically thrown in the big sea to learn on your own. So I didn't have the confidence to actually do sales. Right, but I was juggling school, national team, my personal girlfriend-boyfriend relationship, while maintaining real estate at the same time. I needed control. So serving tenants was something that at least I felt confident about. The quantum wasn't so big, all right? And of course, I have control over time. When you serve buyers or you serve tenant, you can tell them, or have an alignment with them, what time you can bring them for the viewings. If they agree with it, they are still with you. You are building a relationship. Everything is within your control. All right, and that's why I decided to do rental, because back then I needed something stable. I mean, for a young boy at 21 years old, each deal you do is about $1,500 to $2,000. You do 10, it's about 15 to 20K per month. I mean,
it's a lot of money for a young guy.
Right.
A guy in uni is a lot of money.
Yeah, but of course it's not so consistent lah. So maybe 1 year that time I did about 80 to about 100 on the good year. All right, but otherwise it has always been hovering between 60 to 100. As a young boy, like what you say lah, not bad lah.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Not bad lah, pocket money,
exactly.
80K per year, I can do what I need to do lah.
Exactly.
Alright, so yeah, so that's why I did rental. But it's more about the confidence that I didn't have back then. I didn't have proper training, the proper knowledge. so on and so forth, to manage people's portfolio. And being an introvert and of course a slightly lower self-esteem guy, I dare not actually talk to people about sales and purchase, because I feel that I don't even have the life experience. How am I even going to help them? But most importantly, I scared I say the wrong thing and choose the wrong stuff for them, or make the wrong decisions for them.
I agree. Well, you've grown a lot since the past 16 years,
definitely. Thankful to PropNex's, my mentor Marcus Lua, and of course all my downlines who gave me new ideas along the way. I mean, recruitment and all, team building is not just a one-way street as well. Right? From my own downlines, I also get new ideas, and that's basically why I like about team building as well, because I get a lot of the different perspectives from my downlines as well. I mean, Matt Lam can only do that much, right? But if I could have the different perspective at such a young age, hey, I will mature. And I learn along the way together with everybody else.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Just last question before we move on to the game segment.
Sure.
Maybe just a quick, like, what are 5 tips? This is for
5.
like, new, like people that want to rent,
rent. Okay.
What are 5 tips for new people that are looking to rent?
Let me think first.
Okay.
Wow, this one not everyday question.
Yeah. Quick fire like just like boom, 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 boom.
Oh, can. 5 tips for standing on landlord point of view or tenant point of view?
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. Tenant point of view lah, landlord or landlord. You always tenant point of view or?
Majority of point of view is tenant.
Then I landlord lah.
But I mean, landlord can also.
So landlord point of view, your top 5 is number 1. Wow, actually landlord difficult.
Not difficult, bro.
Landlord difficult. Actually.
Landlord difficult. That's why I say you take landlord. Like,
let me think. 5 tips that I always give my landlord.
No, bro.
5 is a lot.
Okay, 3. 3 enough.
Actually, both the same lah. Both applies. 3 yeah.
You can start with the sentence first, like the 3 tips.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't know how to continue after that. All right, 3 tips I will give landlord. The first tip is, of course, set it right from the start.
Pricing.
All right. Pricing, or okay, we talk about unit condition first.
Unit condition.
Right, set the unit condition right from the start, because how you give something is how you will receive it back. Okay, so a lot of landlords sometimes, because it is an investment choice, right? Rental is a form of investment, so they don't really put heart to it. For me, give and it's what you receive. All right, so give a nice unit, dry clean everything, professionally done, do up a nice handover report. That is my second tip. Do up a nice handover report with photography on it, so that there will not be any conflict of interest. All right, okay, that's the second tip. And then of course the third tip is, it's a balance. All right, like what I mentioned in the video just now, it's a balance. All right, we can be very now. If you expect the unit to come back brand new, sorry to say, my dear landlords, it doesn't work that way. All right, some fair wear and tear happens, but as long as the unit comes back in whatever due diligence that the tenant could do, I think we shouldn't be finding fault with them as a landlord. And in fact, we should be thankful, right, for how the tenants actually try their best to give it to us. To give it back to us based on your point 1. Yeah. To give, how you give it is how you will receive it back. Right? But definitely, there's somebody staying inside. All right. Naturally, there may be some damages, but that's part of renting out. Wear and tear, and that's part of renting out. So, of course, we have to be clear what is right, what is wrong. All right. Which one should really be the tenant's responsibility? We'll go after them. All right. But sometimes I see landlords really going all out just to gain a benefit from it. Maybe that's why that's the third tip. Balance is everything. You bog yourself down with so many negativity just to chase for that extra few dollars. Is it really that worth it or not?
And there are some horror stories I heard from tenants here. Like people just destroy the whole place and leave before.
Yes. I'm just dealing with one night now. I can send you some footages.
Send, please.
It's damn terrible.
He destroyed the place and leave.
They destroyed the place and leave. And
leave country.
Yeah, and it's OUE Twin Peaks.
That's a nice place.
It's a nice place. I feel so heart-wrenched for my owner, I say we handed him in a very nice nice condition. Right? OUE Twin Peaks it's all ID'd up one.
It's a very nice place.
I tell you, you go in, cigarette butt is everywhere. The whole unit smells of smoke. You open up the fridge, food is decaying inside, maggots walking around.
Bro, that's disgusting, man.
Disgusting. Then after that, you can see empty wine bottles, fruits that are moldy that's on the table now.
How long was the guy in the unit for?
He was in the unit for about less than a year or so. All right, and then they suddenly packed the bag. The agent tell me that the unit is left unlocked, shoes are everywhere. So basically, as the agent, I'll be the one clearing all this shit up lah.
Yeah.
All right. Then
But wear many hats.
Toilet, they didn't flush the toilet. The shit is there. They stink up the whole house. Yeah, so that's one of the horror stories that I just recently faced less than 1 week ago. All right, the bed sheet is all stained with
Don't know what.
probably maybe a little bit of bodily fluids, which we will not say.
Okay.
All right, and then everything is decomposing.
This sounds like it's a murder scene.
Yes, it is a murder scene, and I can show you one
Murder
of the
scene for
facts.
the landlord's unit.
Yes, I tell you, it's sibei jialat.
Okay.
I see just now. I sent my PA down to go and clear the shit. He was like, "Wow, man."
Okay, maybe if you send us the pictures, right, and you're okay, right, maybe we will show
Yeah.
show
I can send you
how bad the murder scene
I
was.
send you a quick video snippet.
CSI Miami might be there right now.
Yeah. I dare not take too many photos because I also buay tahan. I go in, I send my owner, I say, I'm sorry, let's clear this, we go out again.
Yeah, but still at the end of the day, as an agent, you took responsibility for it.
Of course, definitely.
Right.
We have to.
That's
we
the
have
thing,
to.
right?
And of course, I cherish the relationship I have with my owner. I do explain to my owner that sometimes it is a hit and miss. These are the risk of rental.
There's a risk of that.
Yeah, there's a risk for everything.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
Okay, last one. We're going to do fun questions. Okay, so this one, right, it's called, a game is called Rate That Matt. Rate That Matt, okay?
Okay.
So you're going to hear a joke that we saw that came up on your TikTok. Okay, then you tell us what do you think of how good this joke is for you, okay? Okay. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, okay? Then you give your opinion. Okay, number 1.
This is my joke.
Some people put on your TikTok, we saw your TikTok, then some people said this to you. In the comments. In the comments.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Okay, number 1. Matt Lum's hair isn't styled. It ascends naturally due to market optimism. Rate that on a 1 to 10.
10.
That good, man?
10, that good.
I thought it was like okay only, not that good.
Good. Well, my hair will depict how your market goes.
That's true.
If I can drive the market, I make more money for myself, no?
Okay.
Yeah, then like that I style, I tell you, taller than the Eiffel Tower.
Okay, guys, you check it out, man. If you see his hair going higher and higher, right, you know that's the time to buy.
Yes.
Okay, this one I feel is better. I feel this one's better.
Yeah.
Number 2, Matt Lum's hair isn't just tall, it has its own postal code. I think this one better.
I think this one better. I judged that one too early.
Okay, so that one we put it. Okay,
probably 8 lah. 8
lah.
lah. This one, I got my own address inside here. You wanna come live rent free here? Come on in, man. I got space for you here. This is better than a freaking.
I can tell you, the rest of it is all to do with your hair. Also.
Oh shit.
Bro, everybody loves your hair, lah. It's your icon, right? This one.
Yeah. There was many hate about my hair, no? That time.
But now it's the icon.
Now it's my icon. I know, but I'm just very afraid that one day I'll go bald, and then after that I don't have this icon. Oh yeah.
You know what that means?
This is the hairspray I'm using.
No, that means you need to get in our car.
Yeah, that's yeah. So
you need to go for the Pagani.
Pagani or anything that ends with a Lee or E. Yeah, I want to go for a Bentley.
Oh, fair enough.
Lamborghini and a Ferrari. Yeah.
Okay, next one. People don't ask Matt for property advice. They just ask his hair. It's closer to the future. Okay,
not bad. How come I don't have all these comments?
I don't know, man.
Where do you find it? You really dig my one,
I don't know, man.
Really?
Okay, this one I would say is not too bad, but not as good as the previous one.
Yeah, I think so.
This one I'll give what, 7, 6?
7, 6. I mean, if you can find your future in there, why not?
Why not? Okay. Okay, last one. Matt Lum once hid a luxury condo brochure in his hair. He appreciated 12% what was in there.
12% is too little.
Too little. Guys, wrap it up, man. That was a bad one, man. All those who wrote that comment, that was a 3 upon 10. Okay?
That was a 3 upon 10.
Good try rage baiting, but 3 upon 10. Okay. But that's about it, man. Thank you so much, Matt, for giving us the time today and going through your experiences about the rental market and the property market and so forth, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, truly honorable and a very pleasure to be able to do this. And definitely I hope I shared my 2 cents and people find it helpful. Yeah, so if you want to check me out, do check out my social media. Alright, I'll be all over the place there, and then different medias will actually showcase a different side of me.
Yeah, like I said. Right. Okay, thank you so much, man.
Alright, thank you.
Okay.
Good.
Yep. Done.
Oof.
Okay?
Right.
Awesome.